YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. Look at this amazing little boat. The Arrobolt SR40, brushless. This is technically a little boat that you're supposed to drive around, I think, in a pool, okay? It comes with a little tip protector. We chose to take the protection off, and you guys will probably do that too if you're driving in a pond or in a small lake or something like that. But we wanna give you a shot of this thing running right now, so stay tuned. All right, so first things first, always check to make sure your forward and reverse is working and your rudder is moving. I ran my dual rates all the way up. We'll show that in the Unbox build radio setup if you wanna see. I do not know if this is self-riding, but I assume it probably is. So I'm just gonna give it a little toss. Oh yeah. Whoa, buddy. Okay, slowing down for the camera crew. We're gonna bring it right under the dock. Oh yeah, that is so sweet. And I feel like something's dragging like crazy on there. You look at that. Do you see?
Really?
Yeah, look. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's got some crazy speed for being a small boat.
Yeah, it does.
Do you not think there's a little something dragging? Because look at the rooster tail is cool, but I don't think it would need to be that big.
Be that way?
I feel like there's something catching. It really is good handling though. Look at this. Oh yes, that is so sweet. Good turning. Turns way sharper to the right. Seems to kind of be a propensity, but you see what I'm talking about? There's definitely, it feels like something's dragging. Let's go real slow. See what I'm talking about? Oh, you know what it is? The prop is shooting into the rudder. That's the prop wash off of the rudder, guys. Okay, let's get you a really long pass. You ready? Here we go. She's going low. Look at that beautiful reflection. There it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so much fun. Good turning, it doesn't lose control. Even if you just jank the controls, it gets a little janky on the water, but it doesn't like flip over. And then reverse works really nice.
That's pretty good. Like actually.
I am hearing beeping. So I don't know if that's because the LiPo has gone low. Ooh, look at that. No way that's already low. Is it maybe because it's sagged? I feel like we just started running this, guys. Even though we've been pretty intense with it. 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's gotta be a little something going on here. There's no way that should be already low.
Throttle, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, you have a voltage alarm in there. Do you want to see what the voltage alarm
let's
says?
check it out, guys. Now, I do have another battery in my pocket, and it looks just like this, guys. Oh yeah, surplus, just kidding. Oh, it is beeping. Wow, that was a really short runtime, guys. Really, really short. Did you see it?
What?
The water shot out the bottom.
Oh, out the bottom.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna show you the unlidding, which normally we wouldn't show this, but I wanna show it because that's way short. Okay, so we got the lid off.
Okay.
And admittedly, if that's as short as the runtime is, I'm gonna get a bigger battery because 1,000 milliamp hours 2S is not enough.
I wonder if it's a battery problem.
You think maybe it's a bunk battery?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to time this next one.
Okay. So now real quick, there's just a little bit of water down there. And we did add the voltage alarm. That was our afterthought. 1.99? 1.99 and 1.57?
Wow.
Good Lord, that's insane amounts of draw. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna like quite literally just switch this right now on the fly. We're not gonna worry. That is so annoying. I gotta shut this. Stupid thing is still beeping. Okay, shut it off.
Okay.
So listen guys, that is not enough runtime. I feel like there's maybe a little something goofy about this pack.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try again. Camera crew is gonna keep her hands to herself over there so I can put this voltage alarm in her hand. And then what I'm gonna do is while this is all unplugged, okay, I'm gonna shake the water out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Now there is also a piece of foam I crammed in there because I wanted to have something in case the double lids came off. There's also a plug right here, okay? So if you wanna pull that plug, you can let the water out, but it's just in a weird spot, I think. And then that was way too easy to get all the way out. So a couple of different concerns so far. You know, you get into these smaller boats And there's always gonna be some comparison and contrasting between different competitive offerings. I gotta say, that thing cooks. It is fast. But if you're gonna burn through a battery that fast, that is not acceptable in my book. I feel like 2 minutes of runtime is just not enough. It really, really, really is too short, okay? So, and also this Velcro strap requires 2 hands, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you see how that's a shaft protector there, okay? So I'm gonna take this. I still don't like being up against it because it might get hot, okay? And then I wanna make sure my lines are clear, which they are. I'm gonna go ahead and put my voltage alarm back on. And the negative needs to be down, okay? So this is labeled on it. It's a Predator one. We show that in our supplies tab on Brian Phillips RC. In case you guys are curious, you wanna buy one, you can help support the channel. By the way, if you've never been to Brian Phillips RC, you should check it out. It's bprc.me if you're looking for the shortest link to type. Or you can just follow the link that's in our video description below if you don't want to have to remember. Brian Phillips RC is the full link. What the heck? No.
Do you suppose, is that thing wet?
No. 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 Maybe this thing is not working. I don't believe that, because there's no way that that is already low. That's like insanity. Okay, we're gonna try it anyway, because we do insane things on Brian Phillips RC all the time. Why not do it this way and today for you guys?
You did switch the batteries, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I did, didn't I?
I know, because sometimes we start talking and then...
Well, did I?
I think you did.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, because you said it looks like this and you pulled it out of your pocket.
Because this one's warm. Okay, guys, camera crew challenged me. I'm gonna just check it real quick. Yeah. 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely low. Okay, so everybody at home, maybe the Predator was our Predator. We're gonna find out right now. I'm not ready for that. Don't try to trick me.
Sorry. It still went to low voltage cutoff on the...
You guys see this? It's really awkward because you have to remember the arrows are to unlock it, not to lock it. And sometimes when you're locking, see this? Good Lord, I can't get the thing to turn. So if you have a kid that's needing to do this, I just want to warn you right now, you're going to be doing it for them, okay? That may not be a big problem for you, but I just want you guys to be aware of that. My cable was in the way. That's why it wouldn't lock, okay? So if it won't lock, double check until you get it. Okay, so now let's make sure this thing works. Power is on, okay? And the flashing light, okay, good. Forward, reverse. All right, here goes nothing, guys. We're gonna continue now.
We're at 7.5 minutes.
So that is really good speed, guys. Really good control agility. And I gotta say, the thing is rock solid on the water. And I love the way it controls. You gotta be kidding me. No, this is not acceptable. Something's wrong with this thing. So guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we show the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. I think there's something bad about this battery or the ESC. But I really, really like this boat. Dang it. Why is this thing so lame right now? Because I wanted it to be awesome, and it is an awesome boat, but if the battery doesn't work, then what good is it? The reverse seems to work pretty good, regardless of your battery condition, so that's helpful. So we're gonna bring this over here, grab it out of the water. Come on now. Oh man, when the water's up high, it's a lot easier to do this. Watch it pee. Okay, so guys, you saw it here first on Brian Phillips RC. All I got to say is we're gonna go in and get a different battery because this is embarrassing. Okay, so I don't know if you guys do this too, but every time I get done with a boat, I rinse it off. Yep, that's because I want it to be clean. Clean as it can be without being a lot of effort, okay? We usually have to do that with our cars too because they're always so terribly dirty. Okay, so you can hear this thing obnoxiously beeping. I'm shutting it off, okay?
Okay.
Under normal circumstances, we would not be inside this quick, okay? So let's figure out what the heck is going on. This is gonna get opened right now. We can unlock, 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 and unlock, which by the way, I do know how to run these things, but this one just has kind of a confusing terminology. It does have an XT60 on these batteries, and I like that a lot. But you know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that it's going to low voltage warning right away. So let's first thing first, let's go ahead and put them on the charger and see what the charger's telling us. Now remember, we charged both of them on the smart charger. I'm 100% sure the charger's good, but I'm just not necessarily 100% sure these batteries are good, okay? So we're plugging that in and look at that. 3.92. See this? And we set that charge rate, sorry camera crew, you gotta twist it the other way. I wanna set that to 1, okay? Whoops, dang it. You guys don't realize this, but I'm having to look through my wife's arm. I have to watch the stream while we're doing this. Okay, you can back off of that now. So here's the thing. This provided charger, it's fine. It's just slow, okay? It's a ready to run boat. I'm gonna set up the second battery to charge as well. Okay, so this one, remember this was a little bit short, but it does definitely work. So we'll plug that one in. We'll bring this back up and then plug it in if it'll reach, which it barely does. Then I'm gonna click and I'm gonna hit start. So it's set to LiPo and it's charging, okay? So now my theory is if the battery's bad, then if we used a different battery, then it would work fine, okay? So the other thing is, what if it's supposed to be on 3S or something? That would be an incredibly huge miss on their part, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause. We're gonna see if we can find a competitive similar battery, okay? All right, so guys, we said we'd come right back. These are the two we started with. These came with the boat, okay? Not saying that they're bad, but I'm saying they're probably bad, okay? So I'm just gonna put those right next to my important tools, the dishwasher. And we're gonna stick this in instead. 1300 milliamp, 30C2S. Still has an XT60, and we're gonna see if this works. It's a Venom pack, so that'd be like Arrows branded, but doesn't really matter, it's gonna fit. And if that fails, say hello to my little friend. 5200 milliamp hour. This is a 2S pack, believe it or not, and this actually is from another Volantex offering that we have done in the past, so it's also a surplus battery. I mean, it's Supus. Supulse. It's one of those things. Anyway, the Chinese need to work on their naming system, but we've got those in my pocket next to my tool, the dishwasher. It's right here, guys. And, you know, there's nothing I like better than the flamethrowers being right next to it, the dishwasher. So I'm just gonna tighten this in right now. And if this doesn't work, we may have to take out our safety device. Hey, where did the only available?
Nope, it's right there under your knife.
Woo! That was close, guys. We're gonna plug this in. Hopefully it's not what's causing the problem. I kind of doubt it because to be honest, it was correct and agreeable with what we were dealing with.
Yeah.
And so as far as I'm concerned, we'll just go ahead and, this battery, by the way, is moving still. So I didn't get a good strap on it.
Oh.
Listen, guys, if you're gonna be serious, you gotta get your strap right. I barely got it right again. The self-riding mechanism may have something to say about this battery. It's just a little bit more big.
A little bit more big?
A little bit more bigger by a factor of 5.2 times. Boop. That's
like
all.
4.3 times bigger.
What are you talking about? It's 5.2 exactly.
Hours.
Exactly 5.2 times as big. Listen, I can do some math. That's the math I can do. Okay, so this is on. We're gonna let these bind up here so you can see what's going on. Just make sure I don't see any funny business. So far I don't. I'm gonna stick this here, but not tuck it in too far. If you tuck it in too bad, then you miss this one clip won't go. Okay, so the interior clip, let's try the first one first. Yep, I'm hitting right on the wire evidently. So annoying. Okay, all right, so here we go. So we're gonna clip this again. Guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we love to bring you the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. But it is pretty annoying for us because this boat is actually quite awesome. And if it comes down to the fact that it chews batteries and spits them out like little tiny ants, that is gonna pretty much ruin this boat. The Arrobolt chews through batteries and spits them out. Next up, water time. Okay, 1300 2S Venom pack. Oh, by the way, it is self-riding. That leaf had no chance.
We're at 14 minutes and 25
On the video
seconds
time,
on the video.
okay? Look at that, guys. Amazing control authority. You want to try it, camera crew? Yes, do it.
Okay, but
it just beeped. It just beeped.
Did it really? No.
No, but it seriously beeped. I don't know why. Maybe it was like inactivity. Jeez, keep it on the road. Road.
That's pretty cool.
It's easy to drive. Oh, get away from the shore. What are you doing?
So I don't drive towards myself.
Okay, all right, okay. That was that. And you've had your fill, camera crew. All right, so here, wow, it just about shut out of the water. Look at that. Look at this. Look how eager it is. That was sweet.
Yeah, keep it on the road.
Oh, yeah. So maybe having the deep penetration helps. Okay, low pass again. Yes, that's my new favorite thing to do. Drive under the dock, amazing. And you guys wanna know something? That giant rooster tail is actually a terrible side effect of, oh, we are totally dragging a leaf, guys. Look.
Oh, we are.
Oh yeah, I just went in reverse and chop sueyed. Yeah, baby, woo!
The water is chilly.
Sorry, I splashed you in the face. So this thing is supposedly going, what, like 40 kilometers an hour, some such thing?
35 kilometers an hour.
So,
Okay, we're over a minute.
So we've done better than last time.
Yep.
And you know what? I got,
another
look,
leaf.
another leaf. Cut those leaves, cutters. Wow. Hold on. Reverse, get it shooting out. Boom. That is so much fun. It's so eager. And yet it sort of kind of like does it. Oh, we're going in. Oh! Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whoa, what happened there?
Oh, it's like muddy.
Wow. Oh, geez. Get out of the mud. That thing is so eager. Look at it shooting out of the water. Okay, now I gotta cut all the leaves off of it. You see what's going on? Man, look at that thing. It sucks itself down in the water. Oh yeah, woo!
Okay,
So guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we don't just waste battery life, we waste it on leaves.
we're 2 minutes.
2 minutes, so we're already like, it's gotta be the problem.
We were like 2.5 minutes on the first battery, I think, give or take.
That was 1,000 milliamp hours. It's supposed to be 10 to 15 minute runtime. Guys, if there's ever been a fluke, this has got to have been it. Because Volantex does a pretty good job on their boats. And so I would be amazed. Now, I am admittedly like in the throttle, like full time. So I'm just gonna simulate like another human.
Whatever, no one's gonna
get out of the throttle.
Just go.
Okay, you're right. Whoa, leaf. I love the backing. It's just exactly like in real life. But I mean, that thing is very good. It's agile, it's easy to control, it's fun. I gotta say, it's better than a lot of boats we've done because it's small. If this thing was twice as big, how stinking awesome would it be? Boom, janked it.
3 minutes.
3 minutes? Wow. Having an inferiority complex starting. Look at that spot out there. You see that weird spot? Uh-oh, you just did it. You gotta be kidding me. 3 minutes is not enough.
No, that's not enough.
I like to get the job done quick, guys, but that's too quick. Maybe they figure if you're doing this in like a puddle of a pool, that you just couldn't do it for very long.
This is not a pool boat, and it says 10 to 15 minutes in the...
10 to 15 minutes, my buns. Okay, watch it. I love this when it pees. It's so funny. Beep, come on, do it. Now it's gonna make me a fool. So I don't know if this thing is just annoyed with us. Wait, there's this button. What does that button do?
We still don't know.
It beeps. Going forward, nothing. You know what I bet it does? I bet it on the other one, it turns the lights on because the lumen would have lights.
Yeah.
Oh, Holdo, please keep your finger away from the trigger so I don't lose my fingers. Okay, guys. You already did.
Throw caution to the wind.
We're doing it. We're putting the biggin in.
Okay.
We're gonna stick it all the way in there.
Is it gonna go in there?
We're gonna see if guys, if it doesn't go in there, it doesn't go in there. But I gotta say, at this point, I'm sorry, we used a competitive offering, and if this boat can't handle it, I guess it can't handle it. I'm not saying this boat isn't good, but that is not a very good run time, in my opinion. Okay, so just full disclosure, this battery is going to be a lot bigger, okay? And you'll notice it's not terrible.
Yeah, that's not chiming yet.
Why is it beeping then? There's got to be a little something like telemetric feedback. You wanted me to say it again, didn't you?
I did.
Telemetric feedback. You're welcome. Okay, so Venom 1300. It's warm. Here, do you want to touch it?
I can't tell.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down here on the dock so it doesn't get knocked into the water and catch on fire, because that would not be exciting.
Great.
Okay, just get that out of there. Shh.
So
stop.
Can we turn it off?
Oh, it's so annoying. Okay, listen. This battery is slightly bigger than factory stock option. Okay?
A little bit.
So this is for the Vector SR40. So it's twice this boat. This is a 40, that's an 80. Oh yeah. So if I could fit this right in here, that's kind of what I'd like to do. And to be honest, it might work. So I'm just gonna try to go right in the factory slot, okay? You never wanna try the alternative openings until you've tried the original opening.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just trying to give good advice.
I think you're gonna get your top on.
Really? You don't think so? Seriously? Okay, I'm just trying to be careful here. Now, I can stick it up front if I need to, but I think for now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go like this, guys. I like a this. You don't think the top's gonna go?
I don't.
I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go, and it's gonna surprise everybody, including myself. Or not.
Like she said.
Or it's not going to.
So, we're just gonna throw caution to the wind?
Well, I mean, if it's running for 3 minutes, what's the point? Guys, listen, here on Brian Phillips RC, we throw caution to the wind for you.
Wait, make sure that your controller's on.
Power's on.
Okay.
Forward, reverse, and steering. Okay? This is gonna be a heavier boat. It may not work as good, and we're gonna go ahead and launch it carefully. Okay, should still self-right. Okay, so far, so good. We're gonna stick things in our pockets because we don't wanna knock them in the water, okay? And contaminate, look at it, it's like a low rider.
Okay, so you're at 2152
Full
right now.
throttle, baby. Wow, look at how still it is. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Listen, that's about 50% throttle here, full throttle. Oh, I like the way it lit. Look at the way it lays. It's beautiful. Whoa. Oh, you know what?
What? Are you sinking?
No, it wasn't that I was sinking. It's that I think I felt like I lost steering for a minute. Maybe because the servo arm is running into my gigantic long black thing. Kind of a personal problem. Oh yeah, that was awesome! Guys, I gotta say, the 5200 2S is the way to go. Screw that little 1000. Now I could run this for long enough to catch the thing on fire. Oh yeah, so. Oh, whoop.
Leaves.
Whoa. Oh, you know what? That might have been what I did. That's an oak leaf. Oak leaf. Oak leaf. Brian Phillips. Smells delicious. Not that he would know, because he can't smell it.
1 minute.
Just trust me. It's a TV commercial. Oak leaf. This is where we clip to some random weird thing, like men with shirts off hugging.
What?
Seriously, we're trying to sell oak leaf cologne. Didn't you pick up on that? Did I do such a terrible job of selling oak leaf?
Why are you selling cologne?
Oak leaf.
You can't smell.
It just sounded like a stupid name of a cologne.
You've been
Whoa!
wearing the same cologne since you were...
Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about this for a minute. Reverse still works, forward still works, and we still have foam in the front. So like if we were to take on a lot of water, we're probably not gonna lose the boat, okay? But we might lose the battery, ESC, motor, and everything else. Right?
Right.
Or no?
Maybe, probably.
The other thing is you wanna, like if you don't put this inner cover in, you're gonna wanna double check and see how much water you got, because it's gonna be hilarious.
2 minutes.
Okay. Just so you know, I'm into the leaves. I'm into the leaves hard. Out of the leaves. What just happened? What the heck? That was ridiculous. Okay, I don't know what happened, but it was like, ooh. We'll come right back. It's Brian Phillips Nature Walk.
Great.
Okay, come on over. This is my drain pipe. Look, we had to
Yes.
dig that up. Amazing. That's for our septic drain.
No.
Excuse me. That's for
pump.
our sump pump drain. It's never run at this house. Our last house used to run. Show them nature. Nature, look,
nature.
sticks. bush. Look, wow. That grass is awesome. Why don't we have more of that
I don't
grass?
know.
Wow, berries. Look, guys, it's a close-up shot
Don't
of berries.
eat the berries.
That looks delicious. Oh.
Kids, don't.
Birdhouse. That's natural.
Oh, there, it's over there.
Look, there's a boat over there. Wow, amazing. Look, sticks. Nature
Just
walk.
pick those up while you're gone.
Nature
Those.
walk. This, guys, is the beautiful, this is the area. What the heck is
We
going
need
on here?
We need some
Look,
gum.
Look.
Holy cow.
yeah, I could have used this dirt last week, you moron, mole, or whatever you are.
Sheesh.
Seriously, we just moved some trees, right? And this is one of the tree
One of the
plugs.
trees got moved.
If you guys didn't know what a
More.
tree plug looks like, that's what it looks like. Wow, that's looking kind of
This
yucky.
is really low.
It's really low.
You can see our old little
Our
island
old
that
log.
we used
Yeah, there's
to,
the logs. Cool. So guys, this is where we cleared out. It was amazing. You couldn't even see that there was a waterway here.
No.
And yes, there are fish in this thing, which means I probably need to get in there and dig the low points. Look at this Spidey.
You sure?
Look at this Spidey.
Where?
What?
Oh, no.
You want to see it?
No.
Why?
You can keep your spider.
Look at him.
We have the weirdest spiders now that we have a pond.
Yeah, they're different.
Whatever
They're
those
different
things are
spiders, and they don't
Gross
like
and weird.
us. We're not spider fans. Look at this beautiful view, guys. That's one of my favorite views of the
Yeah.
property.
I like this spot.
It's so pretty. And as the water levels come down, I was really nervous that the pond would start looking really bad. But truth is,
It really doesn't.
oh, and look, our trees.
There are
We moved
trees.
some more trees.
That one.
Oh, look at
That
the
one, that one.
moon. That's so beautiful. Nature.
And then 5 down there.
Show them the moon.
It's behind the tree. There
Guys,
it
even if the earth is flat, it's beautiful. Okay?
is. Correct. Way to start an argument.
That's what you call gaslighting. Okay, so rocks. Look, rocks. Nature. These were found in this very dig.
Yep.
And we moved them. Well, I told Megan where to put them. I'm just kidding. I
Down
did
here.
it. I did some of it. Oh crap, I gotta get out there and
Oh,
get
look,
that.
there's a caterpillar.
Show them. Ooh, nature. Wow.
That's that one. That
Do a
one's
super
cool
like
one.
close up, like we're all natural.
Like all artsy fartsy and.
It's like, wow, nature. We don't eat animals because they're not delicious.
Oh, hey, do we hold your thingy? The transmitter.
Oh man, this is definitely not gonna be a giant mess at
Great.
all.
Don't fall.
Look, it's not soft at all. Why did this thing do that?
I don't know.
So annoying. I'm so annoyed with you. 5,200, 5,200. Okay, should I check it while I've got, ooh, that was close. Guys, I've gotten in the pond before for the camera, but it wasn't gonna be today. Woo! Saved it. Wow, look at that beautiful nature.
Look, more nature.
Look, nature. Guys, look at my foot. Look at your wonderful camera crew. Where did all this crap come from? Hopefully it's
don't
not
know.
poisonous.
No, it's clover.
Okay, so it's still running. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so camera crew's gonna hold this carefully.
Screwed up our timeline.
I know, I'm really sorry, guys. I also got,
Oh, jeez.
my tip is so dirty now.
Gross. You take care of that yourself. Why don't you, what are you doing?
I'm checking for water. Yeah, there's a little bit of water.
Not
But
much.
it's not bad at all.
Okay.
Not bad at all. Seriously, guys. I'm not suggesting you do this more than I'm suggesting you do
We're
it.
not suggesting you don't.
Okay, so listen. Man, somebody like fell in the mud over there. What a moron.
You didn't hit the, why did it do that?
So you guys want to know what 240,000 pounds of rocks looks like? You guys see?
They've seen it.
That's what
They
it
were
looks
here.
like. That's what it looks like. And this is gonna keep going out. Eventually we're gonna work this out. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna put my poopy tip in there.
Gross.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna clean
at
that
that.
off.
Maybe later.
'Kay.
So guys, here we go. We're gonna film from this side. Oh yeah, eager beaver. That's 50% throttle. This thing is actually super fun, guys. I gotta say, I really enjoy driving it.
You gotta leave.
I know, trying to get rid of it. I like that. That noise. It's kind of like, that one didn't come off as quick.
There you go.
So we do have fish in here. Everybody asks us about every 4th second what fish we put in here. We put in hundreds of bluegill, hundreds of hybrid bluegills. Then we put in bass. We put in, wait, trying to get rid of it. What else do we put in here?
We have
catfish.
We have
minnows, thousands of minnows, like 1,300 minnows.
We have several gallons of minnows and grass carp.
Yeah, and the grass carp, we have more to go, and then we have crappie and yellow. Whoa, that one really slowed me down. I bet that's what tipped me.
Maybe
I bet I picked up an oak leaf. And then what happens is when you get that oak leaf on one side, it wants to pull your boat over.
Next year we're gonna put in
No, not next year. Later this year.
Or later this year. Oh, we're putting in yellow perch, crappie, and walleye.
Oh, that's so cool. I would love to be running it up the creek, but I just don't think we can right now.
No, it's too low right now.
So I gotta say, ooh, see it flipped.
Oh yeah, you got leaves.
There it goes. It just flipped right over though.
Yeah.
So I gotta say this boat is really fun, but you need a bigger battery. So like, I mean, sure you can run it. You could run it on 1,000 milliamp hour, but I still don't think it's very practical because you're not gonna get near the runtime that you're expecting. So 5,000 2S, this is actually a 5,200, and it was a product that we got from a Volantex offering. Yeah, so I think all that happens is when you flip upside down, the prop just still hits the water. And so that's how you do it. That's how you do it on Survivor. Come out here, guys. I mean, I don't say that anymore. Whoa, wait, did I say that out loud? I did.
It sounded like nothing like Jeff Probst.
Huh?
Jeff
What?
Probst.
I have a blue shirt on. Give me a break.
If you're listening, Jeff Probst, we're sorry. That was a terrible impersonation.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, guys, what do you think? I like this boat. I think
cool.
it's great. I think it's really fun. And I gotta say, compared to other boats that we've done in recent vintage, I would say it's very fun. It cuts really tight. It's really, really good driving. It's very easy to drive. When you catch a leaf, it's a bit of a pain. But honestly, we're not gonna have leaves in our water like all year round.
No.
I mean, you might have like an occasional like random leaf, but you know what I mean? It's not gonna be like a feature of an everyday use. Wow, that is so eager. It looks like a salmon of Capistrano.
What?
If you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, just relax,
sorry.
camera crew.
Oh, that water is so cold.
You're welcome. That was for your comment about my salmon of Capistrano. So, if you're wondering where you can get one of these awesome boats, I gotta say, even with the battery woes, I really like this boat.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's funny because it flips over. It flips over sometimes when you give it reverse. That's how eager it is for reverse. So like I have to go reverse and then forward. It definitely turns sharper. And so that's why my circuit has been this way. So like if you want to turn sharper, I would go this way. And you have to do a little bit of throttle management. It's fast enough that it actually takes a little bit of effort, which is pretty cool. And if it weren't for having stepped in the mud, this has been like a pretty clean experience, right?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, you didn't, did I spray you again? Again? So YouTube, if you're watching this, you're brand new to Brian Phillips RC, you're probably wondering, why do I care what this guy thinks? Well, I don't know. I mean, if you don't care what I think, I understand, that's fine. But we do have a lot of experience doing this. We have reviewed many RC products, like literally hundreds, if not thousands of them. We have literally thousands of videos, and thousands of videos means that we've seen a lot of different products. Some good, some bad, and that's just the stuff we filmed. I used to do all this crap before we filmed too. The only difference is we do it on a little bit higher proximity. Higher, what am I trying to say? Higher frequency, not proximity. Sorry, wrong word. Words.
Those are tricky sometimes.
What the heck are you doing, fly? A biting fly was biting your post.
He's on your other ankle now.
That's okay, not biting me yet. So I gotta say, the 5200 is running for a long time.
Yeah.
And not to mention the fact that we had to run over here because I like shorted on accident, which was pretty embarrassing. I'd say that this boat is super fun. It's really well done. It's definitely not going to be everything to everybody, but I gotta say, it just really does a nice job. We've had a lot of boats so far. I mean, we've done what, like 6 or 7 of them just this season? And they all have a little bit different advantages and disadvantages. The jet boats seem to be the one that I feel like you're gonna get a good or you're not. And you have to spend the cash to get a good jet boat, in my opinion. But I feel like the prop driven ones, there's so many of them out there, and you're probably gonna get a good one no matter what. But the features really do sell these boats, and I gotta say the self-riding works perfectly on this boat. We've had boats that do not self-ride, that are supposed to be self-riding, and we've had boats that self-ride that they don't talk about it at all. So at this point, I would say this boat just does all the stuff that I demand it do. It does a nice job of it, but I gotta warn you, if you're buying this for a pool, it's gonna be like too fast for your pool, I bet. And so it's gonna be like lame because you won't be able to actually use it.
I don't think this one is marketed as a pool boat though. If you want a pool boat, you need to get the little Vector Lumen.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
It's in the playlist.
Yeah, the Vector
because those
Lumen
are smaller.
It's smaller. Yeah, it's like a 20 instead of a 40.
Similar to this style. Got lots of leaves.
These leaves are just ridiculous today.
They are.
Oh, maybe it's got something to do with fall.
That it's fall? Maybe.
So yeah, I would say, you know, in terms of comparing it to other boats that we've done, it's really good for the size class. It's got the excitement factor with that huge rooster tail, which to be honest, I just sprayed myself in the eyeball. It was awkward, but it's okay. I'm sure that, what do we got for time?
We're at 35:48 right now, but we had to walk over here. But we were closer to 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
No, we walked on our nature walk, but we were close to 10 minutes, I think.
So 10 minutes, but all you had to do is do a battery that's 5 times the size, and that'll get you right there.
No big deal.
Okay, so folks, listen. We bring you on nature walks because we are really proud of our property, and we just want to let you know our excavator is behind by 1 week. So over there, show them the one stake that you can see.
Oh,
okay?
There.
That stake is the edge of our pad for the building, for the hangar. I mean, the dam gift shop, which the dam is over there. As you can see, there's a dam where the water is collecting up against tens of millions of gallons of it. Okay? And we're gonna be breaking ground to get a pad. That doesn't mean the building's gonna be built right away. It means we're gonna have a pad to overwinter. And we know you guys, some of you are here to watch Brian Phillips RC's crazy adventures into, you know, this aerodrome that we're building. Some of you are here for this boat. Some of you are here for, I don't know, maybe I like crashed or fell in the water or whatever. That would have been a pretty good thumbnail. Needed a good nap. Also, another good option. But the truth is, no matter why you're here, we're glad you're here with us and we appreciate you being here. By the way, if you guys do, you see what happened just now?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're too big for your beach.
Pea gravel.
I'm too big for my beach. I just squish it every time I get on top of it. So I need to firm up my beach, okay? That's all I got to say. So if you're brand new to Brian Phillips RC, we're not always doing nature walks. Sometimes we're flying, sometimes we're driving, sometimes we're cruising along in crawlers. It just depends on what we got going on. But I gotta say, there is nothing bad about this boat, except for the fact that its truth claims on runtime were off by a factor of, 10 times, roughly. I would say 8 to 10 times. So we've now unplugged a battery that is a 5200 milliamp hour. We used it for less than 10 minutes and we got a very good, fun run. And it's got a very annoying beep feature, but it does help you to know when you're on low voltage, okay?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna have telemetric features, camera crew, then it'd be nice if they were maybe a little bit better at working. The other thing is, I'm wondering if you're doing a lot of leaf travels, you might wanna just like slide these knives up so that you don't have as many knives catching all the leaves. Oh. There's so many of them. But I gotta say, I really like this boat. As imperfect as it is, I really like it because it's fast and it does the things I wanna do. Now, 3-minute runtime to me is not enough for a boat, okay? 3-minute runtime for a 90 millimeter EDF jet, I feel like you're still really pushing it for the experience. Like 3 minutes, you can get a lot done in 3 minutes. Tell me about it. But when it comes to boats, I feel like you need a little bit longer run times because surface vehicles, people's demands are a little bit higher. And I don't blame them. I don't like a 3-minute flight time on jets, but in 3 minutes, you get a lot of excitement and a lot of high risk activity, which is fun. And so that's part of the reason why I think people tolerate it with EDF jets, But with these little boats, especially a smaller boat like this, I don't think people are going to be cool with it.
Well, and 3 minutes was on the other aftermarket battery that we used.
Yep, that's right.
And
so I could just put this in and keep flying in the water, because that's what I do. Or I could put in the original battery and run for 2 minutes hard. I just feel like that's lame. Or we got bad batteries, and it's possible we got bad batteries. But if we're getting bad batteries, you know, what are you guys going to make of it? So leave it in the comments. Let us know what you think. I really like this boat still. I just think you're going to have to plan on providing your own batteries and charger. To be honest, the charger kind of sucked. We got, what, 1% in the time we were sitting there? So this fly keeps biting my ankles, and that means we're about out of time. So if you want to support Brian Phillips RC and you want one of these SR40s, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with the boat, but you're probably going to be disappointed with the batteries and the charger, okay? That's what we do on Brian Phillips RC. We bring the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. And yes, occasionally I do almost fall in the water. Once in a while I do, okay? So you'll eventually see it. Just keep watching longer. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll see it eventually. And I got to say, complaints about this boat are all contained in the battery, okay? I really like every other aspect of it. It performs just about as good, if not better, than other boats. I think there's a lot of wasted energy with the rooster tail, and that's something that could be corrected by having this thing back a little bit further or forward a little bit, or having the prop go back further. I don't know if it really matters. I don't know if that helps with efficiency, having it splash into the side of the rudder. Also, a little bit of adjustability. You could bring that back a little bit. Maybe that would help. I don't really know. All I know is this. The thing is fun. You're going to like it. It's eager. It does a job, but you're going to be glued to full throttle. And that's just the way it's going to be. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be running this at 50% throttle unless you're bringing it in to, you know, shore it or bring it up to the dock or whatever it is. So beyond that, SR40, really awesome. And by the way, the SR80 is awesome too. The SR80 is probably a lot more awesome because it is a lot bigger and it is a lot more powerful, and it's got 2 of those batteries that come in and ready to run. So you get both of these. That's where we got this from. The 5200, and that's a 2S pack with XT60, and it comes with a Y cable for series adapter because that runs on 4S, right?
correct.
Okay. So if you want to experience that too, all you have to do is run over to brianphillipsrc.com or bprc.me, and you can go to Surface, and we'll eventually have a boats category. There's a boats category. Yes. But we're eventually going to have more boat subcategories so that you can find stuff a little easier. But right now, there's just not enough of them yet. And truthfully, on Brian Phillips RC, there's a lot of links back to content here on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube and you're trying to find it, their playlist search sucks, okay? So admittedly, if you click on my face from like 10 years ago, that'll take you to our channel. You can look at videos and you can sort by videos, and you can search better than if you search on playlists. But the playlists are how everything in our channel is set up. If we did more than one video on this particular boat, there'll be a playlist about it. In this case, the Unbox Build radio setup will follow. You'll know what you need to know about the Unbox Build radio setup at the end of this, okay? That's the way we do it with these simpler products that are ready to run, ready to fly type products, okay? Hopefully we answered all your questions about this product. And if you do like it and you can tolerate the indisparity of 10 to 15 minute runtime, like give me a break, that ain't gonna happen. Then what I would suggest you do is follow the links in the video description below when you decide to buy, because you'll support Brian Phillips RC. You'll help Volantex, in this case, X Hobby, to understand that we are bringing to their, you know, customers or whatever, videos that they want their customers to see. So it just helps us help them, and that helps you. And then we get more product to review, and this is just kind of the way this little ecosystem works. We're not trying to twist anybody's arm. We don't want you to buy this if it's not the right boat for you, or if you don't like the way the batteries worked. We kind of agree with you, okay? The only reason I really like this boat is because I have a battery from another boat, okay? If I didn't have that, I would be like, this sucks. 2 minute runtime, not good enough, okay? Yeah. So we're not gonna cover for these guys when they make mistakes, but also at the end of the time, I don't really want to beat up manufacturers when they have like a stupid issue that can be easily resolved either, but it's hard-earned money and we get it and it's yours. So make your best decision for what you need. And that's what we do on Brian Phillips RC. No BS, not the greenest, fastest, you know, biggest, whatever. That's how we do. If you want somebody to lie to you, there's plenty of people on YouTube that's going to do that, and they're going to lie to you with impunity. They're going to think they're telling you the truth. Oh, it's so Christian. Whatever. Get over yourself. This boat is what this boat is, and you just saw it do what it does. And we're going to show that, and we're going to show it again. We're going to show it again with the next 400 products, okay? Because at the end of the day, when you click on a Chinese link and you're like, oh man, I don't know if I can trust this product, come to Brian Phillips RC. will help you understand if you can trust it or if you need to mistrust it, okay? Mistrust the batteries, trust the boat, okay? That's where we are on this one. And I really like this boat, but you might not if you don't have a 5200 2S, okay? And by the way, this is kind of a weird size.
Yeah.
And plus one of the two we got was kind of puffy. It worked, but it was kind of puffy. So I used the one that was not kind of puffy, okay? Should I announce what happened to the other one?
No, they're far away.
Far away? Okay, so that being said, take the interior lid off and you can fit the bigger battery, no problem, but just remember, do that at your own risk. And don't forget, if you make that decision, that we stuffed some foam in there just to make sure we had a little bit of extra buoyancy in case this one singular clip pops off, okay? So a couple of different checks and balances. Just remember, when you run RC equipment, you always run the risk of it ending up at the bottom of a pond, even if you didn't intend to drive in a pond, if you're Brian Phillips RC. So stay tuned. We have so much more right around the corner. If you want to support Brian Phillips RC and you don't want this boat, you want something else from Brian Phillips RC, just go to bprc.me. Check it out. You can compare and contrast all sorts of thousands of different products, and you can see what's right for you right now. And we want to talk you out of the chair and into the air or onto the water or, you know, onto the sidelines, racing, whatever it is that you want to do RC. We're here for you on Brian Phillips RC. In the meantime, don't forget to click the bell when you do subscribe, because you're going to get notified when we put out new content, which is oftentimes a couple times a week, sometimes up to 5-6 times a week on a busy season. But right now we're down to about 2 or 3 times a season. And I think that is just because the economy is sort of slow right now. It's probably going to be that way until the election is over. And when the election is over, everybody is going to have some freaking clue on what's going to happen to our country and whether or not we need to get in the bomb shelters or not. So until that happens, you might want to get your bomb shelter toys ready. Just saying. And all you have to do is go to Brian Phillips RC. Don't forget your backup internet so that when you're in the bomb shelter, you can still watch the channel.
We'll fill years of your time down there while
Literally.
you're waiting.
Just
for
ask
the
all the
apocalypse.
prisoners.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about toilet wine for years.
Now we can just switch to bomb shelters.
That's right.
That'd be great.
And all of you guys in your bomb shelters.
Perfect.
So we'll be in ours. So anyway, I guess it depends on how things turn out. Okay, so stay tuned. There's so much more over Brian Phillips RC right around the corner. If you don't want to support us that way, there's still more. There's more, but wait, there's more. Patreon, PayPal one-time donations, Patreon monthly. If you like monthly but you don't want to do Patreon, we understand there's also YouTube members and YouTube super thanks, all of which are always appreciated, but we still think the best thing to do is to get yourself an SR80 or 40 or whatever it is you want and you've seen us do. Just follow it from the links. All right, unbox next. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. YouTube, it's an unbox. Look at this beautiful thing. Ooh,
It's an amazing box.
That's in good shape. There may or may not have been 2 items in this box, and you'll be surprised when you see another unbox from the same box. Oh, look, it's a boot. Amazing. Put that over there. We ain't gonna keep
disintegrate.
that. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so this is the Arrobolt.
Arrobolt.
The Arrobolt. Okay,
Sure.
so yeah, X hobby. Amazing. Okay, so you can check links in the video description below. It's Chinese. China makes a good boat.
It's Volantex.
It's Volantex. Yes, that's right.
Oh,
so
what is it?
What?
Does it say?
It's the green one, the SR40. So this is green. Now, this is supposed to be something new and exciting, meaning that it's got a little bit more oomph to it than the last one we did that was in similar size class and was a similar boat. Do you remember the ones we did? It was like one of the first
boats.
Yes, it was like one of the first videos we did on the pond. And so this one is, we're gonna see what it is all about. You've already seen it run, right? We do that with these boxes, unboxes.
The pond wasn't even full when we did those little pool
That's
boats.
right, it was like half full.
There we go.
Ooh, amazing. So it is a green one. Okay, so it comes, so it's a 40 centimeter class boats unit. Oh, so it's like the same manual. Okay, so what do we have for batteries? We have a surplus. Is that,
No, Supulse.
Supulse, okay. I'm seeing surplus, like
That's
these
what I
are
always think,
leftover
too.
batteries.
That's
What
what
are
I
your
think,
leftover batteries? Now, before we get any further, these are ready to run. So we gotta see what type of charger. Okay, so they do send a little tip protector. That's a very critical piece of
Kind of small.
Yeah, then a prop.
Okay.
It's plastic. Comes with a prop tool. And then it comes with USB charger, which we will probably be showing you that it works, and then we're going to show you what you should get. Okay, so this is 1,000 milliamps, 2 cells. So it's two in series with an XT60 connector. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah. And this is a big battery for being a small boat, and it's a LiPo, which is nice. So obviously I'm just gonna stick this into the, never mind. I gotta get one of these things. You can find this link in the video description below. The Ruco 65 watt. We've been using this for a while. It seemed to be working fine. Although to be honest, guys, full truth, I don't know any better. I can't tell the difference. Wow, they really didn't spare any expense on this cable. Okay, so we're gonna put this in here. Generally, Volantex makes a good product, so we're not trying to beat up on them. But let's plug this in and see it start flashing or something. Okay, so it flashes when it's charging. And full disclosure, again, we're gonna use the XPC checker. And this is gonna tell us what our voltage was at. Right here, boop. Smart technology, 83%, wow. Okay. Why is it so high? Kind of weird. Okay, so it's at 83%. We're just gonna charge this for a few moments. And then we're gonna show you how to charge this on a proper charger. Like the S2200, you're probably gonna have one of these by now because you've got airplanes. So we got the big, we got the small, the IC3 and the IC5, different sizes. You've got a balance Hextronics lead, and then you have the discharge lead. So we need an adapter. That's gonna take us from XT60 to either EC3 or IC3. In this case, we're gonna go to EC3. IC3 would be the orange ones. If you guys didn't know what EC stands for, it stands for E-Flight Connector. So 4.06 volts, we're gonna click. That's probably a little bit speedy. This is a 1 amp, so we'll do that. 1,000 milliamp hour would also be known as 1 amp hour. Take a 1,000 milli means 1,000th of. Okay, there you go. So continuing along with the unbox, that's why you come to Brian Phillips RC first, so you can learn all the things you didn't want to know. We got a stand, pistol grip style. Ooh, fancy. There's even a brake caliper in there that moves with the wheel. Okay, trigger, reverse. Then we have steering dual rates, throttle dual rates. Why would you need a dual rate for throttle? Steering trim, and then there is a push button. Reverse, reverse. Only for steering, it looks like, and then there's an LED. It's labeled LED. Well, okay?
Maybe you.
So then we have to put in 4 AA's, which do not come with this boat. That's what we've noticed, and this seems to be true for most Chinese versions of any offering that we do. Almost always. That is a sweet looking boat. You guys come for the unbox, and it's the 5th thing you see on Brian Phillips RC, because we usually talk more about batteries than we do about boats. Here's why. You guys can see a boat, you can see a picture, you can see you already saw us run it, but we know you're here for the unbox. You're trying to learn something. You're trying to answer a question. That's what we do with these unbox build radio setups. We want to bring you real value. There's a hole, it's going to shoot water out, I assume. And then here is a plug. Kind of a weird spot for a plug on the top of the boat. Okay, so we're going to push that back in, and then we have these knives. They're going to help with like a weight cutter or something like that. I don't know, there's probably a proper name for that. Then of course the rudder, big long bellows, and the prop. Looks pretty straightforward, a lot of foam stuck to it. Easy to manipulate, I hope. Did I speak too soon? Clip. The spoiler really helps to make that easy. Oh, good Lord.
Oh, wow.
They're really concerned about this. I feel like there's gonna be like $1 billion in here. Okay, so undo those, and then this comes off. And then there you have it, brushless motor, baby. XT60, strap for the battery. Water cooled? Oh, it's a water cooled, what? It's like a water cooled bearing. Look.
That's
strange. Just the bearing it looks like, but that's so weird. Or that's how it sucks through. And then that goes up to cool the ESC receiver combo. So that makes sense. So that's a little pump mechanism. It's not a water cooled bearing mice, but I guess technically it would cool the bearings. So we'll leave that open for the moment. Looks like it's pretty straight up stuff, pretty standard stuff for boats we've reviewed. Now, this, of course, is going to be a protective cover that you can do if you need some tip protection. I mean, some people are into just, you know, doing it without protection. I think that's usually the way we do it. But the thing is, right there, yeah, if you want to do that, you can. I would suggest that that's probably more for people that are driving inside of a pool, a soft-sided pool. Okay, we're not going to be doing that, so I'm just gonna take the protection right off and throw that into the counter.
Caution to the wind.
Yep, so this, got a plane stand, excuse me, boat stand. Guys, we do planes a lot here on Brian Phillips RC. You may have noticed there's the pickup, sweet. Okay, which way is it supposed to go? See, it's different.
Oh, it is different.
That's why I was thinking about it. I know you probably thought, like, have you gone dumb on me here? Gone. So, that's all it is, guys. At Brian Phillips RC, we unbox them. We show you all the details that we know about. Man, that foam is getting everywhere. It's ridiculous. And I think this must have been like a product sample or something, because the box looks like it's been kicked around forever.
Well, and you saw the box it came in, right?
It does have LEDs too. Yeah.
It does?
Yeah, the super high quality one. Yeah, it's got LEDs. So there's supposed to be an LED strip, or wait.
Maybe that's the
other version. Because,
no, it does say LED lights.
But they show them in a different spot though. Look, these are called lumens. And this is not one of the lumens.
So maybe there's two different things in the same box.
See, that's a lumen. So you can get one with a lumen, so it's got lights on it, and then you can still put your protection on if you want. Or you can do it without protection. You can have non-lumens. I mean, you could do it either way.
You end up with extra boats?
I don't know. Depends on how, you apply the protection. So, one tip. This is the tip of the day, okay? See this? It's got a bend in it. See that? That's because when they stamp this out, it bends the steel. And then you've got this. That's going in there. And then you got this. These are good things to keep forever.
Yes.
So that when you die in many, many, many years, your children are like, what?
Your wife will not be upset at all.
Yes.
Show you some super high quality double A's while you pick up all of
Oh yeah, we're gonna get some double A's, guys. Remember, you have to provide your own double A's with the Volantex RC lineup in most cases. Okay, so we'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna stick it in the hole together. Ready? Flat. Flat goes to the spring. Flat goes through the spring. To the spring. Flat goes through to the spring. And then this slips in here, just like that. And if you're brand new to Brian Phillips RC and you want to support us, all you have to do is buy awesome stuff from the links. If you hate this product, buy something else. We've done thousands of other products. We have about 2,000 videos available right now. And all you have to do is navigate to bprc.me, and you can compare and contrast this very boat to other boats that we've done in the past. Or maybe you want to compare that airplane to this airplane or the helicopter or whatever it happens to be. We are here to support your RC addiction, hobby, because at the end of the day, we don't really care which one you buy, so long as you buy something good. And if you don't like it, based on what we said, then buy something different. All right, that's how you can support us. Number one way, smash the like button, click the bell for notifications, and obviously watch the videos. If you don't want to do that and you insist on sending money directly, which, believe it or not, there are people like that. Do you realize we're almost at like 100 Patreons? It's crazy.
Yeah, we have like 60
No, like
YouTube
100,
members.
like 90 something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So YouTube super thanks, always appreciated. One-time donations. YouTube members, thanks for being members. That's monthly support for us. And then Patreon, which of course is a monthly support, also gives you a little bit better access to me for comments because I can't keep up. Since there's so many of you amazing viewers out there leaving comments, we try our best. And we fail miserably every day.
Yeah.
So thank you. We used to do 100% comments. Believe me, we did it. It was literally, it would take me days to catch up. And then I realized I'm like 20, 30 days back. I'm never going to catch up. So we have to do a little bit more current stuff. But Patreon helps with that. Oh, and then PayPal, if you like one-time donations. Just remember, friends and family, then they don't get a bunch of fees. It's pretty useless. Truthfully, the worst is YouTube, 30%. Yeah. They keep 30%. It's crazy. But that being said, we appreciate all you guys being here, and we're not here for that. We're here for this because we love RC and we love the hobby. And whether it's boats, cars, trucks, airplanes, whatever it is, we love it. We want to bring it to you here first on Brian Phillips RC. So hopefully we'll answer your questions about this thing continuing through the unbox. Now, if you don't watch the unbox build radio setup, we understand some people aren't into that. I am kind of not into that myself. And so where's the on off? Oh, there it is. There's the on off switch. Then the LED does its job by flashing. Thank God.
Labeled that.
I'm glad we know it was an LED, because I thought maybe it was like a hairdryer. All right, so smart checker. We're gonna come back over here and just demonstrate. Now, we've been filming for how long?
12 minutes.
12 minutes, but we've been on the hook for about 20 minutes because we had to pause to get batteries and different stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna plug this in. Whoops. Dang it, now all of a sudden I'm questioning my negative. The negative goes to the very top. Now we're at about 84%. So we've gained a whopping 1%. Now, I just want to talk about this. This is done. It beeped while we were off camera. And as you can see from the main screen, it says done, 100%. But then if you scroll down, you can see this and you can see the internal resistance, which I still have had nobody has ever explained it to me. And I work on freaking electrical circuits for a living. I don't really care because it doesn't matter. All I know is I plug it in, it goes whatever. So watch, XPC battery checker. This is why we always talk about chargers. It's like buying tires for the family car. It's not exciting. You don't want to do it, but you need tires for the family car, all right? Tires for the family car right here. Beautiful. Yeah. These tires are so much better than those tires.
But you could, I mean, you could buy those tires.
Those tires are fine. They will make your minivan work. But these tires will make your minivan a little bit better at 95 when you're passing somebody on the interstate. I'm just saying. All right, this is the battery we're gonna use. Now also, I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this right in the hole because I don't wanna wait for another battery to charge. And what does this say? This says that it is made in China. Strange, high performance LiPo battery. It does not tell us what C rating. It doesn't say a max charge speed. And so really, to be honest, you also notice that this is maybe a bad adapter for this because it has such a short lead. What you'll wanna do is you wanna get one of the longer ones you've got. Do you see one of the longer ones sitting around here? I've got 1 million adapters, yeah, like that. So this is one reason why you have 1 million adapters, because when you have 1 million batteries, you have 1 million applications. You wanna be able to do it safely. And what is the #1 safety concern in all of RC right now, camera crew? I'm gonna go up and do this at 2 amps.
LiPo batteries.
Actually, we're gonna do it at 2 amps. We're gonna do 2C for charge rate, which is double the standard discharge value, okay? What's the #1 danger?
Batteries.
Batteries, like this. If you have a giant fire hazard like that in your living room, you're rolling the dice. Unless you keep track of your batteries, you do a good job of getting rid of bad batteries, and you've got fire extinguishers, multiple egresses, and a trained personnel that works at your house.
Oh, I'm trained now.
Yeah, trained personnel. So, this is ready to go. It's ready to go in action. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use something crazy. Something, well, actually we'll just use something. It's one of these. This is the voltage alarm. This one happens to be from FMS. If you wanna buy that, we have it in the supplies tab probably.
We do.
Okay, there it is. Wow, amazing. It's from Predator. It's nothing like the one that's made from just other Chinese companies. You definitely cannot get one at Amazon that's gonna do exactly the same thing. But you can follow our link if you prefer to get one from Amazon still.
Or from Buddy RC.
Or whatever.
Whoever.
We have tons of links.
That day.
So, look at this, watch this. Negative, boom. Oh yeah, that's the other style. I don't like this as much. I'm gonna tell you why. A, look, it says 20. Look at that. Why does it say it's so low? Because this is at 8.15 volts, not 8.2, okay? Because that'd be 4.2 times 2 should be 8.4.
Yeah.
This is supposedly at full charge. Look at that. It's sagged a lot. Pretty disappointing, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still use this, even though there's a low voltage setup. Look at that. Yeah, 4.2 each would be 8.4.
Yeah, 4.16, 4.13.
Yeah, so we're not too bad. Okay,
And
so
those things aren't
0.09. 0.009 volts is not a big deal. Also, LiPos. We were just talking about safety. LiPos and props, okay? I don't care if it's a boat. If it's a jet boat, you're pretty much set. You don't have to worry about it. But boats, be careful with your kids. Make sure they don't get cut. Props will cut you bad. These props will cut you even worse. These props will cut you in the eyeballs and face. Be careful. You don't want to send me pictures of chopped up arms. People do it occasionally. I don't like it. Please be careful. Use throttle cut. There is no throttle cut on these, so just be aware. We don't talk a lot about safety because we know you guys are big boys and girls watching this channel. And if you don't already know that, we market to adults, not kids, even though like kids' toys. People think kids' toys. I think if you're grown up as an adult, then you're lame. You need to play with toys. Because when you're a kid, you can't afford the toys. Now that you're an adult, you can afford this crap. So anyway, see how this goes in here? This Velcro strap is pretty lame though, I gotta say. I would have liked to see better. It's a nice strap, but like it's a pain to do this. That's one thing that some of the competitive offerings, the better, more expensive competitive offerings do really nice. And that is battery holsters, trays and whatnot. Okay, so we'll just slide that in. That wasn't too bad. But then look, I'm over my shaft thing. See that? I don't want that thing touching my shaft thing. And I don't want it touching my control. So I'm gonna do that. Then, since this is on, I can make sure I'm not gonna chop suey, okay? And I don't wanna be on that being a heat sink or protection from the wiring, I guess. XT60, good Lord, tight. Wow, all sorts of singing songs.
Quite the song.
Okay, and it's flashing. Why is it flashing? I'll tell you why. Probably because this is one of those goofy ones where you gotta turn this,
That's not the off. Yeah, there you go.
Turn this off, turn this back on. Look at that. Now it's working. Okay, so did you guys see what I did there? Mm-hmm. If you weren't paying close attention or you missed the concept of what I just did there, I basically just set my transmitter to the off condition and then turned it back on, okay? Now we're gonna set this. Hey, do we have any foam we can throw in here? Was there any foam in the box?
I mean the box, but it's all that little stuff that's gonna fall apart.
Okay, this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this because we have at least one boat at the bottom of our pond.
Only one boat.
Only one so far. But we've had other things that have ended up in there.
Yeah.
And we hope we can share the video someday, but it's kind of a long story. Okay, so this is just water lines. You don't want to screw up your water lines, but you want to create some neutral buoyancy. So I'm just gonna break the end here. I'm just gonna stuff this in. I want to make sure my wires are out of my way. And this will be enough to basically make this boat float. Float your boat, baby. Whatever floats your boat, kids. I mean adults, that's what we just got done talking about. So you see this, look. I don't want that to touch the motor. I don't want that to create a pinch in any of my water lines, so I'm not. But now I've got a little bit of foam in there that might help keep this thing from totally sinking in the event of a catastrophic seal failure. Okay, so, sorry about the interruption, folks. The Red Cross was trying to ask me for money, except they asked, I hope this letter finds you well. Pretty sure it wasn't the Red Cross.
Phone calls start.
Oh, and speaking of Red Cross, and those of you that are paying attention to the world around you, which we try our best not to because it's usually depressing, what the heck is going on with that? There's an arrow. Oh, you're right. That's the unlock. Okay, that's why arrows are confusing. My apologies. Did you guys see what I just did there? I was trying to follow the arrow, okay? But I followed it wrong, okay? So just be careful you get it right. So what I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by the Red Cross, the fake Red Cross, you know, if you guys are being impacted by the hurricanes and stuff like that, this would be a perfect product for your front yard. I mean, if you can't laugh at a terrible situation, then I'm sorry. We don't want people to be in terrible situations. We feel bad. We're in Iowa. We get hit by tornadoes, not so much hurricanes. So that's like the only time that we're not jealous of being next to the ocean is during hurricanes. So we hope that you guys aren't being impacted, but if you are, if we can take your mind off of it for 5 minutes and just have a good old time with a little SR40, then we appreciate you guys being here with us. And yes, obviously we wish we had helicopters to help people recover their loved ones and bring insulin and all these cool things, but maybe someday. That's why we're building an aerodrome here, so we can do all those humanitarian efforts. It's definitely not because I'm obsessed with airplanes at all. That is a sweet looking boat, by the way.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, so without further ado, guys, it looks pretty good. It's called the Arrobolt. Arrobolt.
See, it's like almost like aeroplane. You should get that one.
Arrobolt.
You should remember that.
Okay, so it's the Arrobolt SR40. Amazing. Get one today from the links in the video description below. I think you'll enjoy it. Remember, super fun. Just, I'm still soft-sided. Pools might be a little bit iffy, questionable.
We'll see how fast it goes.
Make sure it's working. And then also, if you guys want to do something, here's another tip. Okay, so this says steering dual rates. So, turn it. Okay, wrong way. This is not trim, this is dual rates. Okay, so it stops. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna be a little bit harder on your servo because it's moving further, but it's gonna give you more control authority. Now, steering trim is right here, okay? So these ones here. Then what's this do? Nothing. And I don't know if this is self-riding. It did not make any truth claims about that, but I gotta say, it feels pretty bottom heavy. So I think it's gonna probably self-ride. And then also, is there reverse? Yep, there's a reverse. So the SR40 with a brushless motor and LiPo battery, 2S, 1000 milliamp hour is gonna be a good addition to your very small fleet of awesome boats. And I actually really do like the lines on this. And I like the spoiler. It makes it a lot easier to take the lid off. So that's pretty cool. Don't forget to stuff some foam in here if you have it. By the way, you'll have it in the packaging. That's why we try to use the packaging that comes with it, so we aren't misleading you. And if you guys have questions, leave them in the comments below. Obviously, we are very glad to be doing this, and we help lots of different people with lots of different stuff on RC. The boats, of course, most people don't need a lot of help on. But if you're brand new to the hobby and you're just trying to get your feet wet, pun intended, then we're here to help you with that too. And so obviously cars, trucks, SUVs, that sort of stuff, boats are kind of like over here on this like smaller column, the surface vehicles, and then everything else is air vehicles. We prefer, my heart, my passion is in fixed wing, but we love helis too. And who doesn't love an awesome boat, car, SUV, you know, trailer, whatever it happens to be. And then obviously e-bikes and all that stuff. You'll see it all here on Brian Phillips RC. So we don't discriminate against RC, okay? So we hope we struck a chord with the right people, and we hope we answered all your questions about the Arrobolt. So stay tuned, so much more right around the corner. Thanks for watching.